Hey, so we haven't talked in a while, so let's do it. Yes, I know, I've been away. I've had college and other things, simply put. And those distractions have kept me from a regular recording schedule. But we're coming back to that, I guarantee you. So, anyway, I promised links videos, and they are in the works, no doubt. So those will be coming soon. I will basically be doing, first of all, Arch with Plasma. It's up to Plasma 6.1 now, so, woo, fun. Um, I also promised Open in Indiana, which was the Open Solaris distribution. That will also be coming, have no fear. So, a few things. We are going to get back into this channel full time, and I'm going to be platforming here as long as the law leaves it the way it is, and I can still get on here, as well as YouTube, Facebook, and probably Instagram. So, look for me. That being said, right, the Google thing has the Google Pixel 3a XL phone, which I want to do a Linux phone for that, is also in the works. I got the piece I need the other day. It's just I've been like, no kind of way to put it, lazy about getting to it. And so that will be coming just as soon as I put the new USB port in, clean it up, put it back together, and start charging it. We will start actually with Manjaro or Arch Linux on that. So fun. Also with KDE Plasma. So it'll sort of be like an ecosystem. Gotta help my pronunciation in this video. Aside from that, I have already started on the video with Arch Linux and Plasma 6 or 6.1, and that I will be figuring out what I want to keep, editing the clips in Kdenlive, and then getting it up on YouTube. I would love to get long form videos like that on TikTok, but unfortunately. However, it will go up on my channels on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Aside from that, Twitter is an interesting platform. As I keep saying, I will leave it, but the amount of activism and amount of engagement on meaningful issues that happens there keeps me from just falling away. And if you don't believe me, ask Erin of Erin in the Morning. She can confirm. Also, so Open Indiana, the phones, I will start getting back into talking about other things that are meaningful to me, including disability, gender, and politics, of course. But I'll start getting back into the authentic format I was at before, and that's important because, a lot of you, I won't say are wrong, but you're framing the issue in such a way which is inherently incorrect and allows other people who are well off the mark to come in and take advantage. So I will start discussing things as they are, or at least how I feel they are, somewhat in the way I used to give more character and depth to that, because I think these discussions do need to be had, and I think too many of the voices on this topic that are out there right now, in fact, are relatively monolithic. I'm not going to say they're all the same across the board, but they're sort of veering either to one side or the other, and it's leaving a lot of the gray in the middle and around the sides uncovered. And I think those topics are important, and as to why I think those topics are important, that's something we'll also get into. If you ever look at my YouTube history, you probably have some understanding of why, but don't worry, I won't leave it to the point that you will have to dig through years of video just to get there. We are going to dive into it as I start platforming on these sites again, or platforms, or whatever you want to call them. Also, the technical videos will be not entirely new, but somewhat new to this channel, as I really haven't worked on them so much. Before, I was mostly doing talk videos like this, and while we'll get back into that, we'll also get into the technical stuff, which should be interesting. Yeah. Also, I want to put this out there because before, when I was mainstreaming these platforms, a lot of you haters came out the woodwork. I have no apologies, although also no necessity to block you. I will berate you for your foolishness, of course, because if you act like a fool, you want to be called out as a fool, and I will do that. But ultimately, if you harm or harass or anything people, including myself, too much on my platforms, I have no apologies with blocking you. The people I blocked are rare, at least according to some people's standards, but they do happen. So just be aware of that. I have no room for hate, no room for bigotry, and no room for harassment and doxing. This is just a platform. If you can't engage with as an adult, you don't deserve to be here. That's just my take, and you can like or hate it. It is that simple. Lastly, yeah, I think to go back to how I plan to bring this back to my original format somewhat, it is imperative to understand that some of you may actually end up leaving, or some of you may end up being offended my use of English, which is fine. If you are offended, take your time, engage with me intelligently, tell me if it's something meaningful. Yeah, I'm respecting it. That's plain and simple. We're both adult human beings. We can both be respectful of each other. But if you're going to be childish and make your feelings everyone else's concern, I feel that my child shouldn't have to see men wearing makeup or whatever is going through your mind. That is something I won't tolerate. That's bigotry. That's because you were taught something was a certain way and had to always be that way. Your understanding is now you have the right to tell other people how to live for the sake of your dead parents, and that's something I don't respect. I'm not saying you can't have your opinion on life, but your opinion can't be the definition of whether I deserve to live or die. That's a fact, and if you don't like that, you're not going to like my content. Plainly put. So, I think that should really do it at this point. Although I'm sure there's a couple of other things I can think of right now. But in that case, I hope you're all having a good day, evening, morning, afternoon, sip of tea, lunch, and I'll see you on the flip side.